Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again. I am Nicodemus Kane. Today is May the 13th of 2022. Today we're going to read Psalm 141. I don't have much to say without getting angry and bitter today. Just a lot of frustrations going on right now, and I don't want to bring that negativity in. So we're going to read the psalm, and then we'll go through it, and this will probably be a short video. So Psalm 141. Follow along if you want to. A Psalm of David. Lord, I cry unto thee, make haste unto me, give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. When their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth, as when one cutteth and cleaveth wood upon the earth. But mine eyes are unto thee, O God, the Lord. In thee is my trust. Leave not my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. Amen. A lot of things that we've heard before. There's some new things in here that we're going to have to definitely look up and see what the message is. So let's go ahead and let's go back through this. There's a couple things that I'm trying to take a look at again. All right, starting from the top. Lord, I cry unto thee. Make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. There are so many people that are crying out right now. Because this world has turned so evil and so wicked. I have had more than my fair share of mornings where I have wow, hold on a second. Where I have woke up and come down to pray and have had problems very similar to the day that I'm having now. Very similar to the prayers that I'm having now, is that there's just, it's so much. This burden of the world is becoming too much. And I know that I have physically cried, saying, Father, please hear us. Please hear us. Please help us. Please help me. Just get us through this. And we have seen this in several other Psalms. Is God, we are crying unto you, and He hears us. I don't remember where. I think it's in Revelation where it says that it's something along the lines of the cries of the righteous have gotten so bad that He cannot refuse them any longer, that He has to step in, that He has to do something. He wants us all to come back. And to be faithful to Him. He knows that the evil of this world has run rampant. That we have to ask Him for that mercy so that we can move forward. Let's keep going. Let my prayer be set forth before Thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. That is an interesting line. I have said somewhere along the line, I've said, and we've found that it was never about killing animals in order to wash away sins. God gave the people of Israel that option because they needed to have that scapegoat. They were pulled from a world where sacrifices were the norm, except they weren't killing animals. Sometimes they were. But God said, no, if you're going to kill an animal, have a feast. Kill it, then eat it. Don't just kill it and think that you can just automatically be absolved of your sins. Once you kill the animal, you still have to follow the commandments. Once you go to church and pray, you still have to follow the commandments. Once you ask for forgiveness, you still have to follow the commandments. It's not a you get to automatically absolve yourself from everything kind of thing. He wants you to turn away from the evils of this world and follow Him. Not just turn away from the evils of this world and then slip right back into them. It was never about constantly sacrificing animals. We've seen that in several different places in the Psalms as well, where it said something along the lines of, my prayer is just as good, or let my voice, let my prayers, let my voice, let my whatever it was be in substitute for the sacrifice, because we can't sacrifice. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly where it is. Again, I'm not a perfect Bible scholar. But I said the same thing then too. It's you can kill every animal in the world, but it's not going to get you any closer to God if you're not following it in your heart. The rules have applied from the very beginning. They've always been there. And the sacrifices, the burning of the incense, all that stuff, that was, I still believe, that was just that ritualistic aspect, because this is what they came from. They came from all of these things, all of these pagan lifestyles, where that's what they did, and they still do a lot of that stuff today. People still burn incense without even understanding what they are burning them to, who they are burning them to. People still make sacrifices, whether animal or not. Pagan rituals. Because they don't understand who they're doing it to, what they're doing it to. Let my prayer be set forth as the burning of the incense. Let the lifting up of my hands be the sacrifice. Let these things be set for that. Not just so much that I can't make a sacrifice, or I can't burn the incense, or I can't do all this. It's accept this way, because we know that you don't need us to kill something in your name. You've never needed us to do that. Accept this prayer. Accept us lifting our hands up and asking you for your glory. If that makes any sense. I'm sure there's probably some extremely extremely devout what's the word? I can't think of it, but I'm sure there's probably some extremely devout Hebrew law follower that would probably tell me otherwise. Let's keep going. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Make sure I say no things that are bad. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity. And let me not eat of their dainties. Do not let me do any evil thing, to practice works with men that work iniquity. Do not let me fall into their traps. Do not let me practice wicked works. Do not let me fall into their ways, and do not let me eat of their delicate foods. Give me the word, the bread of the word. I say this every time we celebrate Passover. It's the bread. It's the food, the substance of the word. It is the meat, and the milk. We've talked about that before. About you don't give babies meat. You give them milk. You start them off slow. You're planting seeds. Because if you gave them too much at once, they would not understand. And they would not be able to come. You have to slowly give them what they need. And then when they're ready, you give them the meat. You give them the substance, the full flavor of the word. Let me not eat in their dainties, in their pretty things that taste good. their their words that are only there to tickle my ears. Their soft words. Let me not eat of their dainties. Let me not eat of their dainties. Let me eat of your word, God. Let me eat of your meat. Let me eat of your bread. Let me drink of the water. At least that's how I'm pulling it out. I'm sure somebody else can find some other way. Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. What is the calamities? Bad, evil, distress. Okay. So let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. Let them tell me that I am doing wrong. If you see another brother or sister, if you see the brethren having a problem, if you reprove them with good word, they will thank you. If you reprove an evil man, he will shun you. But if you reprove a righteous man, if you reprove part of the brethren, they will thank you. Because they will see that they've been doing wrong. I think Paul even said that. And I have been reproved. I know I have. Several times, and I've had to go back and I've had to change the way that I look at things, because sometimes we slip and we fall and we don't get it right, and we have to go back through and read it again and find the true meaning of it. It shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities, in their ways, their bad ways that are happening to them. That they will reprove me, and I will pray back for them. Sorry, somebody's moving around in the house. I was trying to listen to see what's going on. It almost sounds like one of the dogs. I don't know. Um, when their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth, as when one cutteth and cleaveth wood upon the earth. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth. There's probably something there that I'm not pulling out immediately. It's definitely something to, could it... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that one. There's a lot of different ways you could take that. There's a lot of different ways that I am taking that. My mind is going to 5 different places, and that's one of those lines I can meditate on. Let's go past it though. But mine eyes are unto thee, O God the Lord. In thee is my trust. Leave not my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity, and the traps. We found that one yesterday. Gins. And the traps of the workers of iniquity. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me. Keep me from all of the lies. What was the one that we did yesterday? The proud have hid a snare for me in cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. What was the one before that? There was... They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Yeah, but there was one that they were talking about. Everything in their mouths was mischief or something. Covered in battles, the wicked devices. There it is. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. The lies, the mischief of their lips, the lies, the evil, the traps they set for us, that they continue to set for us. And I think I went on and talked about how they will lie you into a corner. You know, we've been stuck inside of a lie now for 2.5 years. And people have believed it so to the point that they are willing to fight and die for it. And it's a trap. It's just another trap. It's just another snare in order to manipulate us and destroy us into giving up more and more of our lives. We've already given up our money. We've already seen to it that we can let them destroy our economy. We've already given up... Well, we're going to be giving up our property here soon. We've given up so much of our freedoms. If there ever really was a legitimate voting system, which I doubt it, we've given that up to a system of lies where they can install anybody they want to, anywhere they want to. We've given up the ability just to be able to breathe. And they did it all. And so many people cheered it. So many people absolutely cheered it because they thought that we were saving the world. And now you've got something far worse coming down the line. You have just another lie that is set to tax you even harder when you are going to be taxed just to be able to live your life. It's just what they want. That is a problem. They talk about a carbon tax. You are carbon. You're made of carbon. You are the carbon that they want to tax. This isn't about just being able to drive a car around. This is about them taxing you on every little thing that you do because you want to live life. I can guarantee that the more this gets out of control, you're going to find out that they will set taxes upon every little thing you do. If you walk outside and breathe the air, they will tax you. They've already talked about that. They've already talked about an oxygen tax because you're putting too much carbon dioxide out in the world whenever you breathe. They've talked about it. It was a thing that popped up. They talk about the amount of food that you eat because you're going to be eating way too much. They want you to eat bugs. They want you to be able to only eat what they tell you to eat. They want you locked down inside of your houses, inside of your electrical cubes, and they want you to do everything that they tell you. And they want you zombified on your phone, zombified on your television. They don't want you to have any free thoughts whatsoever. They don't want you to know the truth. And then they want you to die because they don't need you around anymore. The evil men at the top of this world, they don't need you anymore. They don't care. They don't need you anymore. They have robots to do everything, to make everything, to build everything. Most everything's already done anyways. Everything that they could ever need, they already have. They don't need it anymore. Their kids can grow up and play with whatever toys that they have, even if they play toys with toys, you know? They don't need it. They don't need us. They have their entertainment center in Hollywood, which is just, you know, family members. They're family members just patting each other on the back. That's all it is. It's all actors ever are, is family members and other people that are a part of the family. That there's no... I was trying to explain this a couple months back, actually. There are no rags to riches stories anymore. Ever, really. They're all lies. It's always been a lie. Everybody that they say, oh, this is just some guy that we found in a bar somewhere. He's a member of the family. He's somebody's cousin. There's no, oh, hey, we just found a guy that's doing this, doing that. No. They're all somebody else's cousin. You'll get the one-hit wonders. You know, you'll get the kids that come in or the actors that might come in and act in one or two movies and then disappear, and you're like, I wonder whatever happened to such and such. Yeah, those guys aren't family. It's either that or they didn't want to play the game. So you got to play the game. Most of those people, if they don't play the game, they wind up being CEOs of some company somewhere down the line. It's amazing how that happens. It's amazing. It's like music. Music is almost the same way. Music, I think, has a little bit more leniency that they are able to find people outside of families. Usually, family members get pushed way past everybody else. Usually, the ones with the drop dead minimal amount of talent, which usually somehow manage to get the best musicians behind them possible. Usually get pushed further than everybody else. The no name guys, when they get pulled through, you can see it with certain bands when they get pulled through, pulled up into the system. It's like they'll put out that one album and then their second album will be dog meat because they didn't want to play the game. They didn't want to go through the humiliation rituals. I've heard enough. I've heard enough stories. I've listened to enough people talk about, before you make that first, I don't know, however many millions of dollars, before you make that first amount of money, you have to submit yourself to a humiliation ritual. 9 times out of 10, it's some kind of a sexual thing where they film you doing something pretty nasty, and they hold that over your head. You're theirs. That talk about the rap guys doing it all the time. They were saying every major actor, every major artist, everybody, even the guys that you wouldn't even remotely think, have all been subjected to the humiliation rituals. Every single one of them have taken it in some way, shape, or form. Even the ones that you thought, oh no, man, no, surely not, surely not the rough and tough cowboy guy. That, yeah, even him too. That's the sacrifice that they make so that they could get there. That's just the guys. You think about the girls. Shit. That's the traps that they lay. They hook you into it, promise you better things in this world, and then trap you in this nightmare reality of having to submit to their will. That's how it works. Yeah, somebody's up moving around out there. I don't know. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. Keep me from the snares. Keep us all from the snares that they have laid for me. For us. Keep us from the evil of this world. Keep us from the nightmare that is about ready to fall upon all of us. The nightmare that nobody seems to want to wake up from. Because everybody is just asleep. Everybody is just absolutely asleep. Well, that's really all I've got for right now. We've got a long weekend. It's not really long, but we've got so much stuff that we've got to do. And it's supposed to rain. So I'm going to probably have to worry about water in the basement. Again, we have a guy coming on Monday to look at the basement. So hopefully we can get that done with the minimal amount of money possible, because we are being bled dry right now. And it seems like every day it's just something else that we have to pay for. So it's getting tight. It's getting tight, and we're going to have to make some changes. But that is something that we have to deal with right now. Or all I can do is just pray to God that He can get us through it. Thank you guys for coming around listening. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. Keep your... Alright. I shall talk to you all later.